Now, the fuel queues still persist in some parts of Lagos State, with many motorists spending hours to get the product. Senior correspondent Sarah Ayeku is standing live for updates on the situation. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us on TVC News this time. It's been harrowing effect for Nigerians, especially drivers and commuters who have been seeking to get fuel from different filling stations with difficulties. Bring us up to speed with the latest information.
So let me just quickly tell you some of the effects this fuel scarcity has on motorists, particularly commuters and those using the major highways and roads across Lagos, because you know Lagos is the commercial center of Nigeria. So that's like a typical example of the effect of the queues that we see at filling stations. Not a lot of filling stations are open, just a few of them are open, and at these few filling stations you find these long queues, very evident, conspicuous for anybody to see. So you see that there's a tailback of traffic. One of the vehicles there has just stopped, having a technical issue. So that's going to cause like a traffic along Bega area. So I'm on Bega area, just where you have two NNPC filling stations. One of the NNPC filling stations is not open, it's closed. There is no supply of petrol, but this one that is open, so motorists have been trooping in since morning because it's just one of the few filling stations open around this area, and where you get the product at the standard price, which is at 560 naira. So for this filling station, petrol is being sold at 560 naira, and motorists say that the queue is pretty, apart from the effect of the queues that you've seen a couple of seconds ago, it's pretty easy for most of the motorists to get to access this filling station, because the filling station has tried to devise a means of ensuring that motorists that are on the queue get into the filling station. So some of them tell me that they've been on the queue for about 20 to 30 minutes, and that's why they are able to get fuel and petrol at this filling station. However, when we spoke with some of the motorists, they told me that they are not selling for kegs, owners of kegs. So even if you have a keg in your vehicle, they will not sell for you. So they are only selling into vehicles, and they are selling at 560 naira. Ibrahim.
Yeah, you actually answered the issue of the black marketers who definitely always come with kegs. But do you, by chance, see anyone who is selling black market around there? I know that has been outlawed, but you know, in different filling stations, we've seen them even on camera. I'm not sure whether you've been able to spot anyone around there. People patronizing them.
So what we've seen is that we're expecting that these queues will ease off in the coming days, because NNPCL has said over the weekend, because it's like the 6th week we've been seeing these queues at various filling stations. So while we've been seeing these queues in 6 weeks, it's not been this bad, you know, in the course of the week. In the course of the weeks, it's not been this bad. And so this particular weekend, it made it really conspicuous that there is a problem in the downstream sector. And a lot of people have raised issues about the downstream sector, the NNPCL, and all of the stakeholders should get things right, come to a round table and see how they can solve this so-called logistics issue that they've raised as the reason for this fuel scarcity, that they've raised at this while we're seeing queues at the various filling stations. So people are saying that why is there no communication? Why is there a communication gap between the NNPCL? Why is there problems with distribution? Why is there problem with logistics? Why is there no reserve for situations like this, where there are vessels problem or logistics problem, that Nigerians will have to go through this harrowing experience? For those who have cars, it's easy for them to queue at filling stations. But for people without cars, right, that they have to go to bus stations and they have to engage commercial bus drivers, it's been really difficult, because you see people stand at bus stop for hours just to get to their workplaces and to go about their business activities. And so it's been really harrowing, not just in Lagos, but across the country. So, but we're hoping that this will ease up in the course of the week. But hopefully NNPC Health gets their act right with this logistics.
Absolutely. That is what Nigerians are actually looking forward to getting the information, you know, as to when it's going to ease up. The TVC News senior correspondent Sarah Ayeku, thank you so much for that update. Thank you.